Dr. Preeti Bajaj, Vice Chancellor, Aradhana Galgotia, Director Operations, Dr. Namita, Dean Law School. I thank you all of you for, I thank you all of you and more particularly the Chancellor Mr. Sunil Galgotia for giving me an opportunity to serve this university and teach law. I'll give a brief background. See, I completed my law in 1982 from Delhi University. Then 89, since I had a passion for teaching, I joined Delhi University to teach. I had a part-time teachers, normally the time period is 5 years. So I joined after Justice A.K. Sikri completed his 5-year term. So although I had 5-year term, but after 3 years I shifted to High Court, so could not continue. But in 3 years I taught about 11 subjects. And that was the real time when I myself understood the law. See, best way to understand is to teach. While doing law also I used to, many of my friends, they were not attending the classes, so I used to teach them. So once you teach, you clearly understand the law inside out. So teaching is a very good opportunity to understand it in and out. Now I have seen all these sides of the coin, as a law student, then as a teacher, then as a lawyer, 26 years, and then 13 years as a judge. So it is practically about 40 years now. So with this 40 years of experience, today my perception is that the legal education is very orthodox, and once I say legal education, it means I'm meaning all law, all education in India. No LLB course or law course in the country makes a person as a lawyer who can argue on first day in court. He's a law graduate, then thereafter it depends where he gets the training, how many years he gets the training, and then he, after a decade or so, he shapes up and becomes a lawyer. Some of the top lawyers who in the country whom you see today, there also the credit doesn't go to the legal education. It was their background and their inbuilt, or you can say inherited legacy by which they became today top lawyers. But to say that those top lawyers had got good education in law, therefore they became top, I will not agree with that. So, all of you must be thinking, why do I say so? Now, I have very clear, the person has to actually deliver something. You see, let's assume there is a person is manufacturing car, he will have to give the car to take money. He is operating the airlines, he has to carry the person in the airlines from Delhi to Bombay. He is a builder, he will have to construct the house. So nowhere you get the money just for talking. But what is the lawyer doing? He is first talking with the client to understand what is the matter. Then he prepares a case and talks with the court. And when the client says, will I get the relief? He says, no, I am not aware. I can't guarantee. If the judge understands, he will give you the relief. If he doesn't understand, then we'll file an appeal. So meaning that what is the actual delivery? What is the actual work? Just talking, यानी कि सिर्फ बातों के पैसे आपको मिलने हैं. और बातों के कितने पैसे मिलने हैं? Many of you must be aware what is the fee range today. So much money you can't even make by selling cars or running airlines. Even printing of the currency may not be that fast, the way you generate the money. And for what? just for talking. So for the same talk, somebody may get 500 rupees, other will take 5,000, third person will take 5 lakh, and fourth person will take 5 crore. For doing what? Same talk. So meaning that what is the most important aspect is to way how to talk. So meaning thereby ki talking should be so important that when you talk to the client, you are able to attract him. When you talk to the judge, he is attracted with your talking. And it is not something, what I am saying is something very wild. All of you know around you, your friends, your relatives, many people who talk so nicely that you always like to remain with that person, no? You may either call him or you may go to him. And a person who doesn't talk very nicely, you will avoid him, no? So tell me, do we teach a person how to talk? Tell me. Most important thing is only to talk. बातें करने का तरीका. तो अब ये बताइए, किसी लॉ स्टूडेंट को आपने बताया कि भी कैसे बातें करनी है, क्लाइंट से कैसे बात करनी है, जज से कैसे बात करनी है, किसी ने बताया? बताइए. कहीं या आपने जब लॉ किया होगा किसी ने पढ़ाया आपको कि भी ऐसे बातें करनी है? नहीं बताया ना. तो जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है कि कैसे बात करनी है, हमने उसको बताया ही नहीं. 1 मिनट के लिए उसको लॉ हमने पढ़ा भी दिया, उसे बातें नहीं करनी आई. अब सवाल यह कि कैसे ऐसी बात होगी जिससे बिल्कुल अट्रैक्ट हो जाए. आपने कभी कई लोग देखे हैं जो बिल्कुल, हालांकि मैं आपको प्रीच कर रहा हूं, बट एट दिस एज माय फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी हैज गॉन डाउन एंड आई अंडरस्टूड द थिंग्स बाय नाउ. I am still making effort to speak, but have you seen some people who speak without effort? Have you seen? Especially it is more in foreigners when they speak. They will sit coolly, no? And they will, and see the bounce of the word, see the flow of the word. Have you seen? Today last time I discussed with you also one Binoy Bahal, no? Siddharth also. I showed you that. We'll play it some other time. So one is the way you speak, effortlessly. There are ways of it. I have shared some programs with you, no? You have got. And secondly, there should be emotions. You see, you sit dry, somebody is saying that, look, my father has died. You sit and you sit coolly like this. Somebody shakes hand, you don't show any emotions. Somebody greets you don't show emotions. He's happy, you don't show emotions. So, you don't keep a smile on your face, your serious face all the time. So, one has to be taught how to talk emotionally, how to keep the smile on the face, how to deal with it when the court is hostile, how to talk with the client so that you become magnetized. Everybody says, no, हमें तो इसी से ही काम करना है. Lawyers in the court, they do not know how to speak the way I am today saying one should speak. They do not even have the mannerism also. They will interrupt in the arguments of the other side. They will interrupt in the question of the judge. They will interrupt in all other ways. तो मीनिंग दर भाई कहीं हमारी ट्रेनिंग में कमी रह गई ना. अभी मैं लॉ पे नहीं आया हूं. मैं आई हैव नॉट येट कम ऑन लॉ. और इसका फिर एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट ये देखिए, अल्टीमेटली इसके अंदर एक्टिंग भी इन्वॉल्व है. जितने टॉप लॉयर्स हैं, यू सी, दे आर एक्चुअली डूइंग एक्टिंग इन कोर्ट, नो? प्लस एक बात करने का तरीका, प्लस उसमें इमोशंस, प्लस आपने साइकोलॉजी, और प्लस आपने ड्रामा कर दिया. तभी आप मूवी में कई बार देखते हो जब लॉयर्स को, तो आपको लगता है ना कि रियल लाइफ में ऐसी कोर्ट और ऐसे तो लॉयर नहीं होते हैं ऐसे लॉयर्स. बट हम उनको ट्रेनिंग नहीं दे रहे और नहीं बन रहे. थोड़े से जो इनहेरेंटली ऊपर से ही हार्डवेयर सॉफ्टवेयर लोड होके आ गया, वो हो गया. बट वी आर नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल. सो टू माई माइंड वी शुड हैव, पर उससे पहले आपको बदलना पड़ेगा. अगर आप उस बच्चे को सिखा रहे हो कि भी देखो ऐसे बोलना है और आप ऐसे नहीं बोल रहे हैं, तो बच्चा सीखेगा? नहीं सीखेगा ना. सबसे पहले हमारी बात करनी इतनी मधुर हो जाए, फिर हम बच्चों को भी देखो ऐसे बोलना है और साथ में हम उसको ट्रेनिंग दें, तभी होगा ना। अगर हम बिल्कुल सीरियस में बना के उसके भी तुम्हें हर वक्त हंस रहे ना और हम ऐसे है ना, विल इट वर्क? इट विल नॉट वर्क. So therefore my perception of legal education is that since that person has only to earn by speaking, सिर्फ sound waves, और इतने पैसे बन गए जितने बन नहीं सकते, करेंसी मशीन नहीं बना सकती, तो उसको, और फिर एक बच्चे को नहीं हर बच्चे को ट्रांसफॉर्म करना है हमें. एवरी पर्सन विल स्पीक लाइक दैट. तो उसके अंदर वी शुड, सबसे पहली बात, जब हम बात कर रहे हैं effortless speaking की, now I am speaking effortfully, I am saying effortless speaking. I can show you a clip if you can, there is a screen, will show you on that. थोड़ा वेट कर लो, just you can open in the meantime. उसके लिए अब देखिए कहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग है. जैसे बीपीओ में लोग काम करते हैं, 1 महीने की ट्रेनिंग मिलती है, उसके बाद वैसे ही जिस कंट्री को उन्होंने एड्रेस करना हो वैसे यूएसए में बात करने लग जाते हैं, यूके में बात करने लग जाते हैं. कितना टाइम लगा? 1 महीना लगा ना. 1 महीने में दैट पर्सन इज एक्सपर्ट, his way of speaking becomes different. So we can engage the agency from identify so that the person knows how to speak. Then for emotional thing also we can have an expert. Then since it involves acting, we can have a theater also. उसके अंदर we can have more of the court cases like कि भी इसमें इस तरह से करके दिखाओ. तो इस तरह से अगर, then psychology also, how to read the mind. तो ये 4 एंगल अगर हम कर दें तो एक तो उसका क्लियर हो गया कि अब वो इतना मधुर बोलेगा, जिस चीज़ के उसने लाइफ में पैसे अपनी कमाने हैं वो उस लेवल पे पहुंच गया. अब हम आ जाए दूसरे एस्पेक्ट की, लीगल एजुकेशन हम कैसे कर रहे हैं. मेरा ये मानना है कि लॉ सबसे आसान सब्जेक्ट है दुनिया का. क्यों? जब लॉ नहीं था तो कॉमन सेंस से ये जो चीज़ें प्रैक्टिस एस्टेब्लिश होती गई उसको हमने लॉ में फ्रेम कर दिया. अगर आप उस पीरियड में जाए जब कोई लॉ नहीं था, ठीक है ना, तो कॉमन सेंस से वो प्रैक्टिस डेवलप हुई. तो मीनिंग देयर बी एवरी लॉ वी कैन गो बैक एंड रिलेट टू दी कॉमन सेंस. तो लॉ पढ़ाने के लिए, जैसे मैंने देखा है कि कोर्ट्स में पढ़ाया, कॉलेजेस में पढ़ाया जाता है कि हम उसको सेक्शन से शुरू करते हैं, कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लैंग्वेज है सेक्शन की, फिर केस लॉ पे ले जाते हैं, वो उसके अंदर वो बच्चा उलझ जाता है. फॉर एग्जांपल हमने हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट पढ़ाना है, तो बिल्कुल एक हमने डिस्कस भी किया था, वो आईएसए की बुक्स मंगवाई हैं हमने कुछ वैसी. सो वी शुड फर्स्ट टीच द स्टूडेंट ऑन डे 1 विदाउट ओपनिंग द बुक. एक चार्ट बना लें हम पूरा कि देखिए हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट पढ़ाना है कि हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट में वैलिड मैरिज की ये रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं 5, ये वॉइड मैरिजेस हो गई, ये वाली मैरिजेस वॉइडेबल हो गई, डिवोर्स के ये ग्राउंड्स हैं, मेंटेनेंस के ये ग्राउंड्स हैं, बिल्कुल ट्री की तरह से कॉमन सेंस, ही विल बी एबल टू रिलेट इट. अब उसको वो समझ गया पूरी बात को, अब फिर हम उसको सेक्शन पे लेके जाएं. अब ये वाला पोर्शन वो कभी नहीं भूलेगा लाइफ में. एक बार आपने उसको फीड कर दिया, वो अंदर फीड हो गया, क्योंकि आपने कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लैंग्वेज में नहीं गए, केस लॉ में नहीं गए, आपने बेसिक कंसेप्ट क्लियर कर दिए और डिवोर्स के ग्राउंड्स को लॉजिक से कर दिया कि देखो एक जना दूसरे को क्रूरल्टी करता है तो इट इज ग्राउंड फॉर डिवोर्स. तो उसने कंडोन कर दिया तो ग्राउंड खत्म हो गया. एक आदमी घर छोड़ के चला जाता है, डेजर्शन हो गई तो इट इज ग्राउंड, 2 साल हो गए ग्राउंड फॉर डिवोर्स. वन इज एबल टू रिलेट टू द लाइफ. सो आवर टीचिंग पैटर्न शुड चेंज, बिकॉज my perception is we should understand the law. Now I also would not be remembering all the sections and all the case law, but basics are clear to me. So if tomorrow I've got a case, I'll just open the book and see the section, I'll open the case law and see the case law, but the basics should be always there in the blood. So that to my mind needs certain change. Then third thing, my view is that the moot courts which we conduct, the moot court only develop the oratory skills. और moot court भी हर बच्चा पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करता. जिन बच्चों की ऑलरेडी ओरेटरी अच्छी है, बैकग्राउंड अच्छी है, वो आ जाते हैं, वो परफॉर्म कर देते हैं, हम उनको मार्क्स दे देते हैं. बट उसमें हमने उसको डेवलप क्या किया? उस बच्चे के अंदर तो ओरेटरी स्किल ऑलरेडी थी जो पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं. एक हर बच्चे को हम डेवलप ही नहीं कर रहे, जिसमें स्किल नहीं है हम उसको नहीं कह रहे कि देखो तुम्हें भी हम डेवलप करके उस लेवल तक लाएंगे। मेरे ख्याल से वी शुड हैव ए कंसेप्ट ऑफ मॉक कोर्ट्स। हम रियल लिटिगेंट को लीगल एड के ऑफिस के थ्रू जो रियल जो लिटिगेंट है उसको हम यहाँ लेके आए हैं, उसको वी कैन गिव देम सम मनी कि भी आओ आप एक मॉक ट्रायल करेंगे, यही कोर्ट में लाया जाए, कोर्ट होल्ड की जाए, एक बच्चा प्लेट बनाएगा, एक रिटन स्टेटमेंट बनाएगा, कोर्ट के सामने उसके रियल विटनेसेस का क्रॉस होगा और उसका जजमेंट दे दी जाएगी 4 घंटे में। फिर एक अपील, 2 घंटे बाद अपील का भी डिसीजन हो जाएगा, 2 घंटे बाद सेकंड अपील का भी हो जाएगा। तो बच्चों को क्लियर हो गया केस शुरू कैसे हुआ, खत्म कैसे हुआ। एक हफ्ते every weekend or every fortnight we can have that court system in which 1 week we can take civil case, then criminal case, then labor case, then writ case, then SLP. Like this we can train the child, which will give him a very, very clear idea how to do it. So I think these are some of the ideas which offhand I can today, there's some more ideas which we have shared at many occasions, which we'll do once we start doing it. But these are the areas, if we focus on it, you see, एक और मैं आपको बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस बताऊं लीगल प्रोफेशन में और बाकी सारे प्रोफेशंस में। बाकी सारे प्रोफेशंस में आदमी की अगर कोई बहुत अच्छा डॉक्टर है या बहुत अच्छा इंजीनियर है, कभी आपने सुना हो कि वो डे 1 उसको अवार्ड मिल जाए कि जी ये बेस्ट डॉक्टर है वर्ल्ड का? कभी सुना है आपने? या किसी इंजीनियर को सुना है कि डे 1 पे रिवॉर्ड मिल जाए पद्मश्री की, जी ही इज द बेस्ट इंजीनियर? नहीं सुना ना, क्योंकि उनका वर्क पब्लिक डोमेन में नहीं है। उनका वर्क पब्लिक डोमेन में नहीं है। वो जब 100,000 ऑपरेशंस कर लेगा सक्सेसफुल, 100,000 बिल्डिंग्स बना लेगा, तब उसकी रेपुटेशन बिल्ड होगी। लेकिन अगर आप देखें क्रिकेट मैच में 10 साल लगते हैं रेपुटेशन बिल्ड होने में। कितने दिन लगते हैं? 1 दिन। टेस्ट मैच में एक नया बच्चा आ गया और पहले ही दिन उसने 600 रन बना लिए, आउट नहीं कोई कर पाया, तो नेक्स्ट डे ही विल बिकम नंबर 1 cricketer in the world. He doesn't have to wait, and if he doesn't perform on day 1, then he is gone, destroyed. कभी ये नहीं पता चलेगा कि उसने क्रिकेट खेलना शुरू किया और 10 साल बाद वो क्रिकेटर बना। सुना कभी? सिमिलरली फिल्म्स में भी देखिए, फिल्म में भी जैसे वो कौन सी पिक्चर थी वो आजकल आमिर खान की चलती है, क़यामत से क़यामत। ऑन फर्स्ट मूवी ही बिकेम नंबर 1 स्टार। नो, लॉयर भी अगर हम उसको ट्रेन कर दें, हम सीनियर एडवोकेट्स की क्लिप्स लें और अलग अलग बच्चों को ट्रेन करें, कुछ बच्चों को सिलेक्ट करके कौन किस बच्चे कैसा परफॉर्म कर सकता है, कुछ बच्चों को हम जैसे हरीश साल्वे की तरह से कहें भी ऐसे ही बोल के दिखाओ, ये सारे डायलॉग्स हैं तुम बोलो, कुछ को मिस्टर नरीमन की तरह, कुछ को सोली सराब जी की तरह, और पहले ही दिन बच्चा जाए चीफ जस्टिस की कोर्ट में और हम उसको बता दें चीफ जस्टिस को पहला बच्चा आ रहा है, ये आपकी कोर्ट में हरीश साल्वे की तरह आर्ग्यू करेगा। सो विल इट नॉट कम इन पब्लिक डोमेन? बताइए, हम कर सकते हैं ना, क्योंकि वो डोमेन में है, इट इज ओपन कोर्ट सिस्टम। तो हम डे 1 एक ऐसा बच्चा क्रिएट कर सकते हैं जो डे 1 जो है परफॉर्म करेगा एंड इट विल बी नंबर 1। बट हमने इस तरफ कुछ नहीं किया ना। पब्लिक डोमेन में वो आदमी आ गया, पब्लिक डोमेन में हमने उसको बताया ही नहीं बातें कैसे करनी है, चेहरे पे मुस्कुराहट कैसे रखनी है, आपने कैसे धीरे धीरे बोलना है। एक वो छोटी क्लिप प्ले कर सकते हैं हम यहाँ पे, है कुछ हम सिर्फ हाउ द आईज मूव एंड एफर्टलेस स्पीकिंग। यू सी आई एम मेकिंग एफर्ट, बट डिड यू सी एफर्टलेस स्पीकिंग? There is a ways and techniques to develop all this. And if you meet this person personally, you will feel that, look, although he is a photographer, he doesn't have to my mind, he is not earning by speech. He need not have cultivated all this, because his photographers will speak for whatever he is worth of. But we are today in a profession where a person has to earn by talking. So therefore he keeps talking on the same frequency, no emotions, no smile, nobody will take interest in him, whether a client or a judge. Then he cannot become number 1. He cannot even become number 100. He'll be lost in the crowd. even if he knows the law. And one last thing before we close. You see, law has divided into two parts, substantive law and procedural law. Procedural law is again into two parts, CPC, CRPC and evidence. So meaning thereby, interface of all these three laws is, substantive law tells us the goal and destination. For example, a person has given the money, other is not returning, so you want a decree. So goal is a decree. And the CPC and evidence will tell us what route to take, which vehicle to take. I am giving you example, for example, one has to go to Bombay. So Bombay is the goal. So whether we will go by train, first we should know what is the route. If we take a wrong route, we will never reach Bombay. Secondly, what vehicle we should take. If we decide a wrong vehicle, then also we will find it difficult. So importance of procedural law is that procedural law should be embedded in the blood. So we should start, although to my mind, it should be taught as the initial, even if it is not in that semester, the broad overview of the CPC, CRPC and evidence should be given in every semester for 15 days. Now, latest example you all must have seen, the case of Juhi Chawla. I don't know how many of you have read that judgment. So, she filed a case. It is 5,000 pages plaint filed, right? But the person who filed may not be aware of the CPC provisions, Civil Law Procedure Code. So there were 12 defects. So on the very first date of hearing, after hearing the matter, the suit was dismissed on the ground of 12 defects. The court didn't go into the merits, whether the case on merits was good or bad, or was made out or was not made out. Meaning thereby, even a good case, even if the case had been good, we can't say today, it is multiplied with 0. So meaning thereby, you have to go to Bombay and you have taken the road to Srinagar. Will you ever reach? Therefore, what is more fundamental? That, you see, substantive law, there are thousands of substantive laws. We teach only about 50 of them. So therefore, when it is substantive law, 50 laws which you teach, he should understand. But a case may come out of any of the remaining 1,000 also. So he should know the art of finding out where is the substantive law. So he'll open the book and find out what is substantive law. But when it comes to procedural law, then it is not that he will find out there and then. He should know where to file a case. Now, for example, in that Juhi Chawla matter, the person didn't pay the court fees. He filed an application that, look, this court fees law is bad. You give justice after 10 years, take the court fees now. Therefore, I will challenge the Court Fees Act tomorrow in some court. But today you exempt me from filing. Total joke, no? Court Fees Act, the validity of the Court Fees Act has already been upheld by the High Court and Supreme Court many times. So that law is settled. In a suit you are saying this law is bad. I will challenge tomorrow somewhere. But today you exempt me because I want to challenge. Is this something worth? So because of non-court fees case goes. Then against a government, if you file a case, Section 80 notice can be exempted if there is urgency, but he doesn't say there is urgency. He says it is a mere formality, it is just bogus law, therefore exempt me. Court says rejected. Supreme Court has already said 80 has got a relevant purpose. Then CPC says every suit must be verified, it doesn't verify. In every suit, the affidavit must say true to the knowledge, all facts. She doesn't say it is true to the knowledge. Then suit has to be precise and concise form. It is not in precise and concise form. It is 5,000 pages. Then CPC Order 6 says that evidence should not be there in the plaint. Evidence is also included. Then CPC says don't reproduce the documents. Documents are reproduced. Then requirements of declaration under 34 of specific relief act not satisfied. So a case is multiplied with 0. So therefore, more important to make a good lawyer is that he should be perfect in CPC, CRPC and evidence. And that perfection can come if we first teach him this, maybe for a short while give an overview and continue teaching this every 15 days in every semester, so that at the end of the 5 years, he becomes a master in the procedure. And he should know where to find out the substantive law. So these are some of my thought processes. My view is that if we reform the legal education, then we can create a lawyer who can on day one perform like the top lawyer of the country. He will not have to wait for another 10 years or 15 years, and then also to a chance whether he will be able to succeed or not. So I think with this, I've given you good food for thought. Or there's some more points which we shared earlier, that you see in teaching, even if you teach well, if the child is not attentive, then thing doesn't reach his mind, no? I remember when I was in graduation, I was doing zoology honors. So there was a friend of mine who was doing chemistry honors. So he will attend his class very attentively, make notes and remember everything which was there. And then he will never read any book. And on the last date, he will recollect everything and read his notes and give the examination, and used to get 90% marks. At that stage, I thought that probably it is God-gifted technique that he's able to do. We, on the other hand, most of the students used to get stressed out and then keep on reading, making notes and books and all that. He never read any book. So today, I realize that there is a technique by which if you, and that technique is known to everybody. When you see a movie of a favorite actor, after 40 years also you can recite, no? You can tell what clothes they were wearing, what was the song, what was the storyline, everything you can recollect, no? So if you can teach the student that how to activate that part of the mind at the time when he is in the class, then he will save 8 hours and so much stress. But we don't teach. Many of us, we are not even aware of what that technique is. But if we invoke that technique and teach a student, then we will be able to build a different class of student who will live a total stress-free life and will become extraordinary performer. So these are some of my thoughts.